Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving our praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone, and enough respected brothers that they're pushing and spreading the gospel of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to the four corners of the world. Now, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, I just wanted to do a lesson in the book of Micah. And Lord willing, this be edifying, right? And the book of Micah is important as it, kind of prepare our minds for, the coming of Yahweh Shai, right? It explains why we need Yahweh Shai. And later on into the book, it explains how the Lord plans to reveal the Messiah and what are the things he was going to have it, set in place when he first came on the scene in the flesh, and what the world is going to look like when he returns. And so, the plan is to just go through the entire book of Micah and just make, break videos into segments and, until we're done with that book. So, the book of Micah, chapter 1, beginning with verse 1, it says, "The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel, by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh. Yet ye say, Wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, that they shall build, but I shall throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever." And so this is prophetic, right? Whenever Esau is on the scene, whenever he builds and he set up, he was always going to have, his spirit and his men to proclaim Esau to be the border of wickedness. And what does the word border mean? Border means country, or the people, or the place of wickedness. In other words, the children of wickedness, right? Or the sons of wickedness, or the country, of wickedness. The territory of wickedness. So wherever Esau's empire said we say, well, there it is. That's the country. That's the wicked that the scriptures speak of. Okay? And so, this is all prophetic. And that's why, these heathens can't stop us. Even our own people, they cannot stop us from what? From exposing the wicked, who the wicked is. Right? We will let the world know that their kingdom is destined, doomed for destruction. But until then, we are to call them the border of wickedness, Esau. And the people, and let it be known that they are not just the wicked, but they are the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever. Okay? That's why they're not promised salvation. "And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, The Lord Yahweh will be magnified from the border of Israel." And how does that happen? The magnification of the Lord from the border of Israel will happen by the indignation of the Lord being accomplished in the destruction of the wicked, Esau, Edom. And this is all, again, that same narrative that the other prophets have been talking about. The return of the captivity of Israel. When the Lord shall begin to deliver Israel, he shall come by chariot, right? The day of the Lord is going to be hot, and he was going to deliver Israel and our captivity and so on and so forth, and our oppressors are going to go down. It's the same narrative, right? But here it's being said a little differently. So verse 6, it says, "A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts unto you, O priest, that despise my name. And ye say, Wherein have we despised thy name, right? And before we are, before the Lord shows his magnification in, from the border of Israel, right? Before he, show his indignation against the children of wicked, he got to deal with the house of Israel. And so from verse 6 on down, that is what's going on, right? His correction, right, will begin in the house of Israel. And so before he brings a judgment upon Jake, he, puts a charge against us. And the first of that is the, the manner in which we do our daily sacrifice and oblation. So verse 7 says, ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible, right? Let's look at that. Contemptible. Right? It's to be despised. When you hold something in contempt, it's the opposite of holding something in high esteem, And so it's pretty much a disrespect to the Lord to make something worthless, to make something simple, right? When you underrate something, when you treat something less than it ought to be, you are, deeming it to be contemptible. Verse 8, it says, and if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and the sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor, and will he be pleased with thee, or accept thy person, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, right? And that's the sick, twisted mind of, a wicked nature of our people, right? We give respect unto, our oppressors. We respect man more than we respect the Lord. Jake will fight you for doing the work of the Lord, but they will go and lay their life down for the work of their oppressors, right? For the work of their governors and so on and so forth. Verse 9 says, and now I pray you, beseech the Lord, that he will be gracious unto us. This hath been by your means. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, right? And so if we, this disrespect unto the Lord had gotten so bad that if anyone was to beseech the Lord, the question here is, will he regard, right? Verse 10 is where our answer lies. Verse 10 says, who is there even among you that would shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on my altar for naught. So, it's pretty much here saying that the Lord doesn't really, at this point, he's done. So he would that someone would just go to the temple and shut the doors so that neither fire is kindled on his altar, right? He doesn't even want any sacrifices. Just get the hell away from his sight. And this was a low place for Israel to be in. It says, I have no pleasure in you. This is a response from the Lord, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great amongst the heathen, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. And this is going to happen, when the kingdom of heaven is established, right? But ye have profaned it, and in that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it? And ye have snuffed at it, and said, hey, let's look at the word snuff, different translation. I think something I did with this one, when you translate it, there's more weight to it. The NIV said, and you say, what a burden, and you sniff at it contemptuously, right? Um, yeah, they think serving the Lord is a burden. And, the book of Isaiah, the 19th chapter, excuse me, talked about how this service that we're doing unto the Lord is as, but the book of Isaiah talks about how the work that we're doing is like a sacrifice, right? That's why it says there shall be a sacrifice in Egypt. And so, you have people out there who put their hands on the plow and then they quit because they thought serving the Lord was a burden. They couldn't take it anymore, right? They would much rather go to the world because there is rest in the world and there is a burden in the Lord, right? So that's why the book of Ecclesiastes says that there is no new thing under the sun, right? So I'm going to read it again, verse 13. It says, ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it, right? And ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and ye brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick. Thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth, and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and my name is dreadful amongst the heathen. Right? In other words, the Lord, I think when we read in the book of Psalms, the 68th chapter, we came across a precept that said, for the Lord to do that which he had done in the sight of these heathens in delivering us, right? When he showed his might, when he sent, the judges out there and all these things, the name of the Lord was dreadful among the heathens. Even during the Babylonian Empire, Daniel, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I'm not, but wasn't Nabonidus like the last king of the Babylonian Empire? Well, the writing on the wall, this is all the Lord being dreadful among the heathens, right? It works like this. By his word, a whole kingdom fell overnight, right? And so the Lord deserves he deserves our best, right? And the scripture says that our best it's like a filthy rag unto him. So if that best is an underachievement, well, why the hell would you go on and do less than your best, right? So I'm going to end it for now. This was the book of Malachi, the first chapter. I hope this is edifying. And in closing, we want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Recha Kodash. And until next time, Shalom.